Welcome to the Mouthpiece, and we're back. It's another day. Thanksgiving is next week, and I'm not sure if we're going to have a show, but I'll let you know. Probably not. This week we're going to talk about, well, there ain't much to talk about. No poker going on, nothing going on, no hands of the week for me, as I didn't play one hand of poker for the last 7 days. But we're going to talk about some sports betting. We're going to talk about the end of the game in the Pittsburgh Steelers game last week, which I thought was an absolute travesty, even though it benefited me. We're going to talk about whatever else comes up on the Mouthpiece. Welcome to the Mouthpiece, and yours truly is back, and basically I've done nothing for the last 7 days. That's right, Nothing. That's nothing. I have not played one hand of poker online this week, so there is no hand of the week on the Mouthpiece. But I have done a little bit of sports wagering, which is probably bad for me. But we can go in and talk about this last Sunday's finish to the Pittsburgh Steelers fan game. It's not the finish that made this game the biggest fixed game in the history of sports. It's everything that combined. Between the phantom pass interference call, the 113 yards of penalty to 5, the touchdown with the 10 seconds ago that was called back by the phantom holding penalty, and then this phantom play. Everything pointed that the referees had money on San Diego to cover this game. Now, listening to Roger Goodell for the NFL yesterday on what's that jackoff's name that looks like me when he's got the goatee. Anyhow, I was watching Jim Rome is Burning. Sorry, that's the Jim Rome show. And Roger Goodell was on there, and he's talking about the integrity of the league and how they value the integrity of the league, and they value the gamblers or whoever else. You know, it's not the gamblers that are mad at whether they won or lost this game, because I won on the game, and my friend and me, it was about a $116,000 decision for us, okay? But it's the integrity of the league. I mean, this was a complete catastrophe. Any way you look at it, there needs to be some kind of answers to this game. Not, well, it didn't affect the outcome of the game, so it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. This is as big a deal as Donaghy, who cheated in the NBA and was put in prison for it. There has got to be some ramifications for this ending of this game. I mean, there is not just the ending of the game, everything of the game. I want to know, there needs to be, the public needs to be safe, where these calls were made, why there was 115 yards of penalty to 5, and why this was turned around in a misunderstanding kind of way. It saved me money, thank you, that's fine, but what it does for the rest of the league and people who, I mean, how do you ever bet on a Sunday ever again? And for the NFL to think that, well, that's the gamblers or the betting. There is no NFL without NFL football betting. What don't you understand? There is no NFL. There is no Sunday package on DirecTV. Nobody gives a about your sport unless they're betting on it. Don't you understand? NFL has become the biggest sport in the world because of betting on football Sundays. If there's no betting, there is no NFL. Get that through your head. You got to understand this. You need to fix what happened on Sunday, and you need to get ramifications and clarify it. Now, going back to poker, well, there ain't much going on. So, I won't be playing till the Bellagio on the 15th, and I haven't decided if I'm going to play that, but probably I'll end up playing that. And then I'll be, looks like I'll be heading off to the Aussie Millions. I am officially right now and took 7 days off of poker. I haven't played a hand. I've just been relaxing, playing a little NBA Live. So for all you of my fans out there that play PlayStation 3, want to play Mike Matusow, NBA Live, I don't know if I can give you my name. They'll have a million friends request. So, but I will jump online and play a little bit and maybe see who wants to play me. Anyways, so that's what I've been doing basically, is playing NBA Live, playing some Madden football, betting on some football, betting on some NBA. Real small, though. Even though I said that was a big decision for us, it was more of a 80,000 of that 116 was my friends. So, anyways, that's what's been going on. Next week's Thanksgiving. We'll be talking, we have football, the Detroit Football Lions. Will they still be defeated, or will they have a win? The wonderful Dallas Cowboys, who nobody gives a about. And how about the Bowl Championship Series? We could talk about that, too. I like what Barack Obama has to say. He's going to throw his weight around about getting a playoff. Good luck. I hope to God he gets it done. I mean, everybody and their mother wants the Bowl Championship Series to have a playoff, except for the people who run the universities, because it's all about money, and they don't give a about the Joe average fan, even though they say they do. Because I don't think if you grabbed 1 million people together that they could get probably 1,000 that say keep the current system. Everybody wants a playoff. I mean, why don't you just have what everybody wants? It's not very hard. It just talks 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's about it. But if the Bowl Championship Series, people think that 2 plus 2 equals 5, and so they don't have a clue that they would make 50 times more money. All they have to do is trade off the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, and one gets the quarterfinals, the next gets the semifinals, and the next one gets the finals. That's it. You keep the same bowls. Hello? Hello? You're not changing any bowls. Nothing's changing. Okay? You have your same bowls, your same plate, same 8 teams, 3 bowls. Hello? Hello? Idiots. Talking about the unlawful Internet Gaming Act, they finalized on how they're going to stop people from putting money through. Good luck to them. Barack Obama will be in office in about 3 or 4 months and be thrown right out the door. It's absolutely a joke. The good thing is our good President Barack Obama is a poker player, and he plays internet poker at home, so I'm sure he'll want to play internet poker from the White House. So I'm sure he'll get it overturned. And they love to tax people, the Democrats, so I'm sure they'll find a way to make it legal in the U.S. and erase the national debt within 3 years or get close to it. So for all the people in the upper echelons of the White House, I hope you do the right thing. If not, well, it'll be like sports betting and everything else. They'll just find other ways to get money in. All right, it's time for the favorite part of the show, the phone calls. So light up the phones. Let's go. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hey, Mike. It's Stacy from Cleveland.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. I was wondering, though, did Clooney sell her business with Full Tilt? Is everything all right?
I have no idea. I really am not allowed to comment on that. I just know that I thought it was funny that I was named in the lawsuit. The thing about it is they told me not to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I will say that she had a settlement with them before she released this, and then she went out and did this anyhow. So I don't feel any bit bad for her. She just said a lot of bad things about me beforehand. So you know what? What comes around goes around, and whatever happens, happens, and I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, I mean, I understand. I mean, you guys are such a kick-ass crew. I just want to see all of you happy, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, it's just, what it is, it's one bad person's word against another, so whatever happens, happens.
So how are you doing otherwise? Are you
Me, I'm doing great. I'm just, am I doing what? What'd you ask? I'm doing great. I'm just taking time off. Took the last 7 days off, not playing any poker. Probably not going to play any poker till the Bellagio tournament, so I'm probably take close to a month off. And I don't think I've ever took more than 10 days off in the last 15 years. So,
wow.
So except for when I have my legal problems, but so it's going to feel. It feels really good to take some time off. My head actually needs to rest a little bit, and so I'm looking forward to that. And I really have no interest. I sit down in the game at Full Tilt. I get ready to play, and I say, no, I don't want to play. I don't feel like losing. And not saying I'm going to lose, but I just don't want the pressure to lose. After what I witnessed and saw, the things that came up with the internet and stuff, and realized a lot of things that really just hurt my life. I'm trying to just not play big and just kind of like relax. So.
All right. There's no harm in pace.
That's it. That's
All right, sweetheart. Just calling to touch base.
Thanks, Stacy. Take care. Thanks for calling.
You too. Bye.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. What's going on?
Mike.
That's me.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, bud?
Not much. This is 2 plus 2 Jedi off of Full Tilt.
Hey, what you doing, man?
Not much. Dude, I had a quick question about playing on the turn.
Playing on the turn. Okay.
You picked up the blinds are at 1 and 2, right?
All right.
And you got Queen Jack of Spades on the button.
Okay.
Under the gun bumps it up 3 bigs to 600.
Okay.
And I got about 5,000 in chips, and he's got about, after the raise, he's got about 26, right?
Well, the first thing I would do is fold pre-flop. That would have been the first thing I would have done.
Really? With position?
It don't make a difference. You don't. What do you want to put 600 of your over like 12% of your stack in with an under the gun raise? That's like the worst hand you could ever have to an under the gun raise. I mean, if you had if the guy raised under the gun, I'd rather see you have 6-7 of hearts or 7-8 or 5-6 or a hand that you're not going to get in trouble. But that's the first thing I would have done. But if you're going to call, go ahead. What happened?
All right, so, well, I thought because I've been playing tight, too, and he knows my image as a tight player, right?
All right.
And so I call. And the flop came out, 4 of clubs, 9 of clubs, Jack of hearts. Okay?
You have Jack, Queen of clubs?
Yeah, I got Jack, Queen, I got Jack, Queen of spades.
Okay.
All right. Now, he led bet out, it was not even half the pot, I think it was 600. And I figured, I was like, damn, if he has aces or kings, I thought he would protect his hand more since his board's kind of coordinated.
I'd have probably flat called him.
I flat called. That's what I did.
Right.
That's exactly what I did, because I wanted to see what came on the turn, right?
Right.
So the turn pops out, and it's a queen.
Okay.
So now I hit 2 pair, and he checks. Now, what do you do when you got 2 pair and he checks like that?
And you've already put, how much did he bet on turn, 600?
He bet 600. There's about 2,200 in the pot right now.
And you have 5,000?
Yeah, we had 5,000.
Started. I'd bet the pot.
What's that?
I'd bet about 1,800 of the 2,200.
That's exactly what I did, and he raised all in, and I called, right?
And what do you have? A set of fives?
Pocket kings.
Pocket kings.
And he hit the 4 on the river for a better 2 pair.
All right. Well, we just got unlucky, but what did I tell you? Why I wouldn't have called?
Yeah,
pre-flop?
I know exactly. So what kind? So you're saying on the pre-flop under the gun raises, you usually don't like to play that?
I would never look at a hand like that. No, never. Ever.
I hear that, man. Congratulations at Foxwoods. That was a pretty good run, huh?
Yeah, I should have done a lot better. I mean, I just had a bad day on day 6. I made a couple of mistakes, and
I don't know how Jonathan Little made that call. It ended up being a good call, but that was
it's really not a good call. And
no, I know, but I mean, it was. I watched the hand, on YouTube, and I heard about it from watching you on this card player thing.
Yeah.
And I was in agreement with you.
I just don't. I don't see him giving up his chip position to the chip leader. I mean, we're the best. I mean, he's got to hope I'm a coin flip, and if he is, he's risking his whole tournament pretty much. I mean, he's crippled to the chip leader if he loses, and he doesn't need. There's only 285,000 out there. There's not much out there, and he knows I'm not making a play at him.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's easy. That's insta fold on my part. If that happens,
I wouldn't think about it. If I turn, let me tell you something. If the hands were reversed and he turned Ace Jack face up, I throw 2 nines in the muck. But that's just the thing is how I think. So I realized that they were playing a lot of big pot poker after that, and they weren't thinking on that level. And if I knew that afterwards, maybe I wouldn't have made that play. But. If I win a flip there, now I got the chips, second in chips, and I probably win the tournament. So, it just goes to show he got it all in the day before with Queen 9 versus Queens. When it came 2 spades, he made a flush. And then he wins that coin flip. And then he had King 5 against Jacks and hit running spades. I mean, you got to be lucky. He was lucky, and he's a great player, and that was it,
that's what it, sometimes it comes down to, I guess,
Listen, right? If it's your day, if it's meant to be, it's going to be meant to be. I played 2 coin flips the entire tournament, and they were both at the final table.
Yeah.
And one I won, and if I win the second one, I'm a big factor. But I knew I was going to have to win some coin flips, and that's because I made a mistake the night before. But
that was just tough, man. And I hated to see you go out in the World Series like that. Well, when you had that Ace Jack against that.
Yeah.
Ace 9.
Yeah, and the thing that's so funny is people like to look at it. Oh well, I put all my money in with Ace Jack again. Or I know Ace Jack is not a hand. I don't play Ace Jack as a hand. Ace Jack's a pile of.
weren't you in the big blind, yeah?
I folded to a raise most of the time, but I picked up on something on the guy at the World Series, and I went with it, and I was right.
Oh, so you had a good read on him. Then.
Yeah, when I made the play against Jonathan Little, I picked up on something, and I knew he wasn't super strong, and I thought that he would fold, and I was wrong. So it ain't like I'm sitting there making a play saying, "Oh, I got the best hand." Oh, I sense things and I go with it, and I see things. It's not like I just say, "Oh, ace jack, what a big hand."
Yeah.
So.
That was just like you played it well. I mean, you played it to the T, and it's just like, man, I hate it. And then to see him go lose it to Schwartz when the king hit the turn, what the hell was he thinking he called him with?
Yeah, pretty sad.
That was a complete idiot play. That was like, he went all in knowing that Schwartz is going to flip a king over on him, and, it was just horrible play on his part. And I just thought that, you would be in the better spot than he would have. I mean, if you win that pot, you're at the final table.
Yeah. Well, for sure I'm at the final table.
And
it's pretty disappointing. It was worth many millions to me, but that's been my break for a long time. But it's okay. I'll just keep grinding it out. Listen, I got another call. I got to go. Thanks for the call, man.
Have a good day.
Later. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. It's Mike. Hello.
Hey, Mike, Chief.
What's up?
The Frenchman.
The Frenchman. Which one?
What do you know which one? Cartouche. World Series of Poker Europe.
Aha!
Poker battle, baby. Poker battle.
Philippe, my friend.
What's up? So, you know what? I had a question for you. Okay?
Go ahead.
I think everybody knows that, but I really wanted to know.
Okay.
When was the first time that you were called Mike the Mouth?
Okay, the first time, well, they used to call me like motor mouth or loudmouth Mike because my voice carries so loud and I talk so loud. But I think the first time like I was actually like Mike the Mouth was like pretty much when like television poker started, and I was trying to like set an image for myself that sounded good because I was trying to get, I kind of knew how to market myself a little bit, so I kind of went with it and talked a lot of and well, the rest is history.
The rest is history, correct?
Yes.
The rest is history. You're known now all over the world, okay, for Mike the Mouth. But I wanted to say that for the online audience, people who are listening to you, that besides being Mike the Mouth, you are generally a really, really good individual that I enjoy spending time with.
Yeah,
and
thanks.
I think you and I got to know really each other very well during the World Series of Poker Europe this year.
Yeah, I think we did. We played next to each other every day.
We played next to each other every day, and
it sucks we didn't do better.
Yeah, we tried. I mean,
that was just when people talk about how tough the final table and the main event of the World Series was this year. I mean, it was nothing. I mean, nobody. That final table was the toughest. Those last 18, 27 people were the toughest
It was amazing. It was like beautiful. You're absolutely right. And then Daniel was part of it, and obviously, we enjoyed that feature table, the three of us, and that's going to be airing pretty soon. Like I think they are airing it in January, February, leading to the World Series of Poker main event next year. So
yeah,
we'll be able to. You'll be finally able to see, what I've done to you.
What are you trying to say? You robbed me blind?
I don't know. I didn't say that. I said you'll be able to see. I mean, it's gonna be nice,
Yeah.
Maybe I had it. Maybe I didn't have it. Okay, what do you think?
I don't think. I think that you might have stole one or two pots from me, but you pretty much stayed out of my way. We weren't really involved.
No,
so.
of course. Of course, we respect each other, absolutely.
There's just no reason, I don't see any reason for you to get involved with me in some hands, so I just gave you the respect, I gave it up, and I think that I just never had anything really to fight with you anyhow, so even if I did look like maybe you were stealing it, you might have probably had the best hand,
yeah. So, okay, you know what, one more question I want to know, okay, so what do you think that at the last feature table we did when Daniel was at the table, on my left and you're on my right.
Right.
So what do you think that when Daniel mugged the hand? Okay, when I had the full house, I want to know before we see it on TV. What do you think he had?
Well, is that the hand you had aces full of jacks?
Yeah.
God, I don't know, but you had ace king. The board was ace king, right?
Yeah, there was two hands. The ace king and more or less. I mean, I flopped
the one when you had the stone nuts on, and I told I was 100% sure you had the stone nuts. I don't know. I just knew you. I couldn't have paid.
I thought maybe he told you. I thought maybe he told you afterward.
No, I never asked him, but I just knew it. I knew what you had, so I was a little bit shocked.
Yeah, well, obviously, we all respect Daniel so much, for his play and the way he can read. So,
it's real tough to play people like playing. I played out of position against you on all 3 days. I played out of position against Daniel on all 3 days. And when you got to play out of position, it's against people you respect. It's very, very hard.
You're absolutely right, because and the way you played, you played was so perfect because you had so little chips,
right.
And then came back up a little bit all the way to what did you get at?
I had a lot at one point, but I got a kind of cold decked a couple times, but it's just really tough to so many great players now, and you try and have position on them, and that's what I always talk about table draw, and when you don't, it's really, really tough to play great players out of position in deep stack tournaments because you can't get too aggressive because they're going to start calling you with marginal hands, and then they're going to put pressure on you, and then you got to decide, do I want to play a big pot with nothing, or do I want to attack them, or do I just want to just not play a pot at all with them out of position and just kind of wait till you get them trapped. And that's kind of what I try to do, and it's just real tough to play people that like that play pots and you're out of position. So
yeah, absolutely. And you were out of position, and plus you were pretty cold deck for like close to 2 days straight.
Yeah.
It's like if you're cold deck and you're out of position, and
the bottom line is, I grind, and I get there, and I get there, and I get there, and I'm the most successful. And tournament player in the world. I'm the most consistent tournament player in the world, and that's all that really matters to me. Whether I win or not, do I want to win? Yeah. But if I sit there year after year after year, and I'm the most consistent player in the world every single year, that's all that matters. It's really not who has the big year one year and doesn't show up for the next two. It's who.
Absolutely.
You want to make your name in poker. You got to make your name on a consistent basis. And, that's what I've been doing, and that's, the best I can do.
Yeah. Listen, Mike, you know what? I know that, all the pros, okay, and, they play, and when they have you at the table, there's one thing, they respect you.
Right.
And I know I do, and, when you play with that quality of poker, the only thing you can do, especially like for someone like me, I learn. I learn from people.
You've gotten a lot better. So.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Well, thanks to you guys. Obviously, the more you play with you guys, the better someone's going to become.
Yeah. Well, get my phone number from Ninad or from the Mizrachis or something, and give me a call. We'll talk some stuff.
All right, sounds good. I'll get it. I'll call you. Okay, take care. Okay,
good
talking to you.
Good. Thank you so much for calling.
It's my pleasure. I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
You got it, buddy. Take care.
Okay, ciao. Okay, ciao, Mike. Bye.
Bye. Welcome to the Mouthpieces, Mike. Hello.
Hey, Mike. This is Steve from New Jersey. Thanks for taking my call.
Steve, good to hear you. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. I was wondering, what are your thoughts about how ESPN covered the final table this year?
Well, I talked about it a lot last week on my show, and I thought that they did a really good job for as far as like the television coverage, how it turned out. If I was a fan, it would be a big letdown. But what they had to do to turn that thing around in 24 hours was nothing short of a miracle. So it was a lot of work by a lot of people who put in a lot of hard work to get it done. I think that because of that, I commend them. But I would truly would rather see a final table where there's a lot more hands shown. If you're going to wait 4 months, make it a 6-hour special final table. You know what I'm trying to say? And show hands and show poker and show they had a 4.5-hour head-up battle. Show 2 hours of that head-up battle. Not 2 hands. And I listened to every hand at the final table from 7 people left down to when there was a winner. and it was really good to listen to. And it's a shame that the rest of the American public didn't get to see that or listen to that. So I just say if you're going to hype it and have a 4-month wait, it can't be that hard to have a 6-hour special. I mean,
Yep.
it just can't be. It just can't be that hard to have a 6-hour special. I mean, it's just they have football games that last 3 hours. I mean, you start it at 6 o'clock at night Eastern and you run it till midnight, or whatever it is, or they have to put Sports Center in at 11 o'clock or whatever, so you run it from 5 till 11 or whatever you have to do.
Do you think they showed too many features on all the specific players?
No,
That took up a lot of their coverage.
I mean, I think it was good that they featured a lot of tables, but they just never showed any hands. They just showed everybody's bust-out hand. And then there just wasn't much, you basically got to see who won. They didn't really, there was nothing anticlimactic about it. There was just nothing, they split, in 2005, when I made the final table, they split that final table into 2 broadcasts. One down to 5 people, one down to a winner. And I understand their thoughts. They wanted to have. They started the head-up battle at 10 o'clock at night the next night, so that none of the Eastern newspapers or Western or people would know who the winner was until they watched the broadcast the next night, which I thought was great. But turn it around and have a 6-hour broadcast. I mean, they could have had a 2 or 3 hour head-up battle that would have been just so sick to watch. It would have been just awesome. And it's a shame that all that great poker was just wasted.
Who do you think was a better player, Demidov or?
I think the best player.
Or
I think the best player won by far.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was close. I thought Demidov played big bet pot poker where he didn't need to, and he didn't really read as well. And he didn't really. The other kid was a much better player. He was able to play small ball and let him take a lot of small pots. And then he let him hang himself when he had the hand, and that's how you play an aggressive player. And I said it last week that a lot of people that analyzed the play of the final table, I thought had no clue, and that Daniel pretty much described it perfectly. Except for the fact Daniel thought he limped on the button a little bit too much. I thought maybe he could have limped a little less on the button, but I liked his limping on the button. I thought that's how you play an aggressive player. That's how I would play him, exactly the same way. And I thought he just really hung him out to dry pretty good. So I think that the best player definitely won, and people handed him all their chips, and he didn't really have to do much but play solid.
Sure. Thanks for your time, Mike.
You got it, buddy. Thanks for the call. Later. Welcome to the Mouthpieces, Mike.
So you can listen to this.
Yo.
Yeah, hi, is this Mike?
There's Mike. What's going on, bud?
Not much. This is Agent Josh from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I had a quick question for you.
No problem.
All right. I'm starting to play High-Low Omaha.
Okay.
High-Only Omaha.
Okay.
I started off originally playing High-Low Omaha, and I'm starting a PLO game. And I had a quick question about hand selection because I'm switching from High-Low to High-Only.
Okay.
And I was wondering, what do you think as far as hand selection versus starting hands?
If you're playing a cap PLO, which a lot of times play online has, you want to play aces. Okay? If you're playing not cap PLO, aces are worthless. You want to play like 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10 jack. You want to play 4-card connectors any way you can find them, and that's just my recommendation to you. In cap PLO, playing, you could just sit there and just fold and just play aces and come out way ahead. But in not capped, aces. You don't want to be re-raising with aces. I mean, you're going to get people can call with almost anything and in position and just peel you. So you want to keep the pot small there and really basically try and get 4-card connectors.
Okay, great. That's
10 jack, queen, king, double suit is probably the best hand you can bet.
All right, super. Thank you very much.
You got it, buddy. Take care, man.
All right, you do the same.
Later. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. You are my last caller of the day. Who can it be? Yeah, who is it? Hello.
How you doing, Mike? This is Adam from Massachusetts.
Adam, my friend. How are you, buddy?
How's it going?
It's going good. What's up with you?
All right, my question for you is, I know there was a time you were going through a difficult time in your personal life,
Right.
and struggling with your poker game.
Right.
What single most book, if anything, helped you get back on track? I know you read a lot of positive thinking, a lot of motivational books.
You know, when I was going through my personal problems, what got me back together was basically just my belief and that things would be okay. When I was going through my really down cycle in poker, I can't say any specific book because my girlfriend went out and bought like 7 of them, and I couldn't tell you like the names. I just started reading them. But there's a lot of books on the power of positive thinking, and it really levels you. It really grounds you a lot. And if you start to think, you know, and you start to realize there's a lot more in life than poker, and there's a lot more things that are more important than how good you have it in life, it really helps you mentally get it together, and you don't think about the negative things. And you know, if you learn how to take and a lot of these books teach you how to take the negative thoughts out of your mind and to replace them with positive thinking. And if you learn how to control your mind, when you're thinking positive, good things will come. You're not going to sit there and just continually things go bad if you're thinking positive. Things will continually go bad if you're thinking I'm going to lose, my life sucks, I'm going to lose. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So,
I know, like some of the books, a lot of it has to do with. I think what happened with you is you started to get yourself in better shape, eating.
Yeah, eating better. Now
it does a lot of mentalness for you and how you feel.
Right, and I've been struggling a lot mentally a lot lately because I haven't been eating good and I haven't been exercising, and I really believe that exercising, eating right, and thinking positive. I mean, I was happy every day. And I didn't have any bad days at all. And now I have a lot of bad days, and I know it's got a lot to do with eating bad. So, you know, I think eating right is most important. And when I was running, I was super happy. I mean, how I stopped running, I have no idea. What happened was I had that really, really bad 4 days before my bet was up, and I thought I was going to die. And then, like, all I kept thinking about is how bad I felt those 4 days instead of how great I felt for those 4 months. And that got me kind of out of the rhythm of running. So
I mean, besides feeling good, I mean, mentally eating better in the exercise.
Oh yeah, if you eat protein and less carbs, and I mean, it's a proven fact that it keeps you sharper. And if you're exercising, it always makes you feel good. It gets your endorphins up, and then you know, you just start reading some positive thinking book. I don't know how you could go wrong, you know. But I'm going to be getting back into all that very shortly. I mean, I'm really upset with myself. Even though like things are going good for me right now, I still struggle. I wake up some days recently where I'm like super depressed, and there's no reason. Like my life is like as good as it can be right now. So I know it's got to do with the fact I'm not exercising and that I'm not eating right. So
I think that's where I'm at because I'm playing a lot of poker lately, but physically the next day I almost feel like you're hungover from eating the garbage at the casino.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, when you eat bad, you feel like. You know, I mean, I'm back eating. I mean, I gained like 25 pounds back from where I was, and all I eat is pizza and chicken wings, and I eat like again, and you know, it's a joke to have gotten to look as good as I looked, and then now weigh like 200. Yeah, but I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work hard and get it back off, and you know, I didn't really need to work hard to get it back off. All I had to do was just sit there and run 20 minutes a day for the rest of my life. Or 4 days a week, and I never would have gained a pound back. But I got lazy, and now I got to do it again.
I saw you here at Foxwood, and we were down to like 14 people, and you knocked out Bill Gaze.
Yeah.
I have a few questions for you next week on that, but a hell of a run, and best of luck to you. Keep it up.
Yeah. You can ask me about that. I mean, about that hand. What do you want to know about it?
I think you bumped it up to 140.
Well, I don't know. I made it 56,000 under the gun.
Oh, that's right.
And he moved in for 650 with Ace King, and I thought it was a horrible movement on his part. I mean,
that's what I was going to ask him.
I mean, he's got 650.
With the flop brought.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. I mean, I raised under the gun. I mean, I'm playing pretty tight. I got to have some kind of hand. So, yeah, you know, he's like, well, it was kind of an automatic hand, and I'm like, not really. But I haven't talked to him about it, and I will because we're good friends when I talk to him. So, anyways, I got to go. I appreciate the call, and call me anytime. Peace, man.
Bye.
Later. Well, thank you all for calling today. I'm glad we got a lot of calls. Very interesting calls. I'm sorry there wasn't much going on in the world of poker today, but I hope you all agree with me with my take on football. For me and my friend, my tequila worm, hello, we are signing off, and we'll be back the week after Thanksgiving. For more on the Mouthpiece, I'm Mike the Mouth Matusow. See you later.